Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League All-Star Game for Year 2 of the FSBL. The National and American Leagues clash for the second time. The National League won last year's contest 2-0. And the Stars come out at night once again, this time from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Again, the Kingdome not in the game, and you can't create a dome stadium, so I had to leave the Mariners at T-Mobile. But we are going to see some of the league's best players gather here for this one as the American League looks to even the All-Star Series, such as it is. Check out your starting lineups there. National League: Campanella, Helton, Hornsby, Boyer, Ramirez, Beltran, Mays, Harper, Dawson. That screen doesn't stay up long enough to get through everyone, but we'll get through everyone on the lineups in this one. Lots of terrific players. Lots of guys you would expect, a few guys you might not. We'll go through all the rosters as this game progresses. Starting for the American League, the Twins Johan Santana, 13-4, a 2.28 earned run average. He has been exceptional for a Twins squad that has taken control of the AL Central. They have a 10.5 game lead. Hanley Ramirez steps in. He's had a great first half, batting .329, 29 homers. He has benefited from rookie Gary Sheffield joining the lineup to bat behind him this season. Ramirez, a good year last year, but an outstanding performance so far here in year 2 of the FSBL. Santana behind him, 2-0. Another breaking ball offering. Slider misses outside. The Rockies' Todd Helton waits on deck. Fastball there, misses inside, so it's a 4-pitch walk from Santana to Helton. Not going to see that out of Johan very much. So here's Helton batting .309 for the Rockies. Fastball from Santana in there for a called strike. 20 homers, 50 runs batted in for the Rockies' first baseman. The Rockies have stayed in the thick of things there in the National League West, as the Giants have not played to last year's 109-win pace by any stretch. The Rockies, 7 games under 500, but only 5 games out in the division, as the Giants are only 3 games above 500. The Rockies unlikely to have the pitching to really seal the deal there as far as getting a playoff spot. But they are hanging around, so we'll see what happens. Fastball there from Santana in there for a called strike. It's 1-2 to Helton. Takes a peek over at Ramirez at first and delivers. Fastball there. Helton fouls it off. Santana comes to the set once again. This one is popped up. Should be playable. It's put away over there at third for out number 1. I was hoping it would give me the full lineup there in that graphic, but no such luck. So in steps Willie Mays, .357, 27 homers, 56 RBIs for the Giants center fielder. Mays missed a few weeks with an MCL sprain, but he is back and back performing at best in the game caliber. Leads the National League in batting. Fastball from Santana misses up high. Good fastball there at the knees. The count goes to 1-1. Again, Mays' Giants, certainly not at last year's level, but they are still in first. They lost first place a couple of days ago for the first time in a year and a half. Remember, the Giants started off year one of the FSBL with an 11-0 mark. They never relinquished that. They won opening day this year. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm realizing that now as I'm remembering, because the Reds swept them in the season opening series. So I previously said that the Giants had had first place every day since the FSBL started. And that's actually not true. The first few days of this season, they did not. But the point is, the Dodgers overtook them earlier on this week as Mays flies out to Cedeno out in center for the first time since those opening days of the season. And the Dodgers got a half game up on them, taking the first two of a 3-game set. I'm sorry, it's Ken Griffey Jr. out in center. I saw Cedeno out there before. I thought he was playing center, but I guess he's probably in one of the corners. As Rogers Hornsby steps in, 308, 24 home runs for the Cardinals' second baseman. Santana trying to work around the leadoff walk to the Marlins' Hanley Ramirez. But the Dodgers took the first 2 games of that series to get a half-game lead on the Giants, but the Giants hit Sandy Koufax hard in the finale to reclaim the division lead as we went into the All-Star break. So 0-1 the count here, 2 down here in the top of the first of this second annual FSBL All-Star Game. Santana works to Hornsby. The fastball misses away. It's 1-1. Fastball there misses high. It's 2-1. There's a shot. Hornsby smokes that one into center. Ramirez will hold at second, but that is a bullet off the bat of Rogers Hornsby. And the National Leaguers have 2 men on here in the first. Right down the heart from Santana, and Hornsby puts it back from whence it came. So here's the Expos, Andre Dawson. Dawson batting .297. First pitch fastball from Santana misses up high. Dawson, 21 homers, 65 RBIs as the Expos once again lead the National League East. It was a surprise last year. This year, I don't think anybody's surprised. The Expos have shown that they have good amount of talent. They can certainly pitch. And the heart of the order, led by Harper and Dawson, has been able to keep them on top of a tightly competitive National League East as the Cardinals' Ken Boyer swings in the on-deck circle. Expos a game up on the Mets in the NL East. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 3-1. And the Phillies and Braves did not get great draws out of the gate. There's certainly huge talent coming through the pipeline for those teams. There's a chopper down the third. Dawson's thrown out, and Santana gets out of the jam. So the National League is turned aside. American League coming up. They will face the Diamondbacks' Curt Schilling. Schilling 11-5, a 2.23 earned run average in 19 starts. For the Diamondbacks co-ace, Randy Johnson earned Player of the Game honors last year. So Schilling will try to replicate that. He'll start off facing Eddie Collins. White Sox second baseman batting .336. He's the defending batting champion in the American League. Going for back-to-back batting crowns, but he's got some work to do. As Derek Jeter continues to have a fantastic season for the Yankees. We'll get to Jeter in a moment. Borderline pitch there. Schilling gets the call. He's ahead of Collins, 0-2. Fastball there, and good morning, good afternoon, good night. Schilling sets Collins down with a strikeout on 3 pitches to open up the bottom of the first. So down goes Collins, and here comes in an unfamiliar second spot, Ricky Henderson for the American League. The Oakland A's left fielder having a fine season once again. 313. 66 runs scored. He leads the league in stolen bases with 32. Again, he led the league in steals last year as well with 69. A little bit off that pace. Change up from Schilling, misses away. It's 1-1. Schilling rocks and fires. That one is fouled off by Henderson. There's the offering and a fastball, and down goes Henderson. So Schilling comes out firing here in the first for the National Leaguers. He has struck out Collins and Henderson to open this one up.
The first baseman, Jimmy.
And that'll bring up Henderson's Oakland A's teammate, the Beast, Jimmy Fox. Fox batting .326. Takes a first pitch fastball outside for a ball. 30 homers, 85 RBIs, a 1050 OPS for XX. Status firmly planted as one of the best in the game. Splitter there from Schilling, misses down low. Here's the 2-0 offering. Fastball gasses Fox to get it to 2-1. Fox fixing invisible wristbands for some reason. There's a shot. Oh my goodness. Fox almost decapitates Schilling with that one. Puts it right back up the middle. And Schilling has to get out of dodge. Look at that. Good grief. 113-8 off the bat from the muscle-bound Jimmy Fox. Fox is on first, and here is Ken Griffey Jr., the hometown hero for these Mariners. Griffey, .295, 30 homers, 72 runs batted in. The reigning home run king won the crown with 59 a year ago, and he leads the majors once again. That's an off-speed pitch there. Splitter is popped straight up. Campanella's under it. He puts it away. Down goes Griffey, and down goes the AL. So good inning there for Schilling. We'll head to the top of the second here from Seattle. Santana will get a second inning of work. He'll face the Cardinals' Ken Boyer. .321, 20 homers, 61 RBIs. Fine season for Boyer. Fastball, call and strike from Santana. Thought Santana might only get the one inning. He threw 23 pitches in that first, but they'll leave him in for the second. Starter customarily gets 2. Everyone else gets 1 after that, until you get late. Then managers can start having some machinations to kind of change things up, depending how the game is going. 1-1 offering. Boyer turns it, but that one is foul. And the count goes to 1-2. Fastball. Oh, what a sinker. Misses away. It's 2-2. Tigers' Mickey Tettleton behind the plate, and Santana rings up Boyer with a fastball at the knee. His first strikeout for Santana. Boyer goes down. There's one away here in the second. So in steps the Dodgers catcher Roy Campanella. Campanella batting .281. Tries to hold up. They call it a strike anyway. 18 homers, 37 ribbies for Campy. Santana deals Campanella. Ground ball to short. Jeter will have his first opportunity of the game. Throws to Fox for out number 2.
Batting 8 from the New York Mets, the left fielder, Carlos.
So that'll bring up the New York Mets' Carlos Beltran. 318, 16 homers, 61 runs batted in for the switch hitter. Again, Beltran, if you remember, he's playing left field today. He plays center field regularly for the Mets there as he slashes a base hit into right. Cedeno out there in right field for the American League gets that one in.
The right fielder.
Beltran had a terrific season last year, was an all-star last year as well. Suffered an injury late in the season, a knee injury if I remember correctly. And missed the postseason for the Mets, who were ultimately dispatched by the San Francisco Giants in the division series. There you see Bryce Harper, 348, 19 homers, 73 RBIs for the Expos right fielder. He and Andre Dawson, a fantastic 1-2 punch. Fastball misses down low, it's 1-1. Santana sets, throws over to Fox to keep Beltran close, but Beltran is back safely. Change up there is fouled off. There's the pitch, ground ball up the middle. It's played though. Throw on to first by Collins, and the side is retired. So the Beltran single doesn't lead to anything. We come up here in the bottom of the second and leading it off, Houston Astros rookie Jeff Bagwell, and he has lived up to billing and then some. 338, 27 homers, 80 runs batted in. The Astros fighting an uphill climb. They have the unfortunate situation of being in the same division with the defending champions and once again baseball's best team, the Oakland A's. The Astros 50-46, certainly an improvement from last year, but they are 19 games behind the A's, who hold baseball's best record at 70-28. Schilling is ahead of Bagwell here, 0-2. Rocks and fires. Tapper back to the mound. Schilling comes off the mound to take it. Throws to first. Bagwell's retired, and there's one away. So Bagwell is set aside. And in comes Bagwell's Astros teammate, Cesar Cedeno. Cedeno batting .330. Fastball misses down low. Schilling delivers there. Cedeno fights one off just out of the reach of Helton, but in foul ground. And the count goes to 1-1. Cedeno hits this one towards the gap, giving chase is Harper. He gets there. Puts it away for out number 2. It looked like it might find the gap, but it had a little bit of backspin, and that ball floated out there a bit more than anticipated. Here's Manny Machado of the Orioles. 326, 17 homers, 61 runs batted in for the Orioles' third baseman. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. The show gets so many things right, particularly from a display standpoint and graphic standpoint and all that kind of stuff. I cannot believe that the All-Star logo doesn't update. You'll see on the field it still says 2022, which was the first season, and it still has the Dodgers hosting logo, even though it's not in LA. Breaking ball there, grounded foul. In the grand scheme of things, minor and all, but kind of a silly oversight. Fastball there, misses inside. It's 2-2. Campanella singles, he wants it up. Schilling doesn't go up. He goes outside instead. Count 3-2. On deck, Derek Jeter. Odd to have the batting leader batting 8th. But what do I know? Machado hits it on a line, but right to Helton. Reaches out the glove, makes the play, and the side is retired. So Santana's day is done. Here comes Indians rookie Addy Joss. Joss 13-4, a 2.56 earned run average. He has made 21 starts to this point, and he has been sensational, though the Indians have struggled. If you remember last season, the Indians did not have a great first half last year either. Then they got hot in the second half, took that AL Central, and advanced to the American League Championship Series before falling to the eventual champion A's. Joss is greeted here by Hanley Ramirez, who drops an opposite field single into right field. So Ramirez, as he has done so much in this first half of the season, gets on base, and now here's Helton. Helton's 0 for 1. Popped out his first time up. The Indians right now 48-50, 13 games behind the Twins. Pitching has faltered outside of Joss for the Tribe, as they're trying to get things together. Certainly don't count them out. They are certainly capable of going on a super hot stretch over this next 60-some-odd games. Runner goes, throw down to second from Tettleton. Not in time. Ramirez swipes the bag. Pitches a ball, so the count goes 3-0 on Helton. Good jump there from Ramirez. Jeter takes the short hop throw, but tag nowhere near in time. So Ramirez is in scoring position. Joss behind Helton 3-0 here in the top of the third of a scoreless All-Star game. Fly ball out to left. That'll be played by Henderson. He gets the throw in quickly. Ramirez, no designs of tagging there, and there's one away. So here comes Mays. Mays flew out his first time up. Fastball from Joss in there for a called strike. Greatly appreciate everyone checking in here to this All-Star Game telecast. If you are watching and you are not a subscriber, I hope you will consider doing so. In addition to helping me out and seeing the rest of my content, which of course I greatly appreciate, you can also participate there in the chat with a bunch of other knowledgeable baseball and other sports fans as well. Joss ahead of Mays 0-2. Also kindly bang that like button if you have not as of yet. The YouTube algorithm apparently likes that. And I'd like to keep being seen. Or at least heard. 0-2 here as Joss works to Mays with Hanley Ramirez on second. Low fastball. Mays gets a piece of it to stay alive. Comes inside. Mays has to protect. He hits this one well, but not well enough. Henderson has it shy of the track. Ramirez will again hold at second. So, last two have flown out to Ricky, and now here's Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby 1 for 1. He hit a bullet of a single into center his first time up. Joss delivers. Hornsby fouls it off. Hornsby's Cardinals, much like Joss's Indians, not getting it done to expectations here in this first half. And Hornsby puts it down the line, just foul. Didn't miss by much. The Cardinals 51-46, 4 games out of first. Pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely there by Tettleton. And the Cardinals made the National League Championship Series last season, as the Indians did in the American League. Big mystery, though, for the Cardinals. They are trying to get Bob Gibson right. Gibson was erratic last year, up and down, though he was terrific in the postseason for the Cardinals. But he has once again been erratic in the first half of this season. Everybody knows what Bob Gibson is capable of, but they're waiting for him to put some consistency together. Hornsby draws the walk here. So 2 outs, first and second for the National League. Here's Andre Dawson. Dawson 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Cardinals will probably get 2, maybe 3 at-bats for some of them. Curveball from Joss misses down low. It's 1-0. There's a fastball high. It's 2-0. That one is in there. Count goes to 2-1. Here's the pitch. Nice changeup. Josh pulls the string there. Gets Dawson out in front of it. Gets the count to 2-2. So a strike away from getting out of the jam here in the third. Josh delivers. Breaking ball, and Dawson swings and misses. Josh fans in to end the third, and we stay scoreless here in Seattle. Josh pumped up coming off the mound. The competitive nature, even in what's basically an exhibition game, can get the better of you. Everybody wants to prove themselves here in this meeting of the best in the game. We head to the bottom of the third, and we are scoreless. And on the mound for the National League, Cardinals rookie Dizzy Dean, 12-5, a 2.80 earned run average in 20 starts. Dean has been exceptional. Cardinals fans were excited about getting Dean as he faces the American League batting leader, Derek Jeter. Jeter, 381, 16 homers, 44 runs batted in. The thought was that Dean would be a great 1A behind Gibson for the Cardinals, but now Gibson is the guy who the Cardinals have to get right, as we were just discussing. But Dean has been exceptional. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. Again, the National League won last year's All-Star Game 2-0. So far, we've got the makings of what looks like it'll be another low-scoring affair this year. The American League still looking to get their first All-Star run in FSBL history. Fastball there. Jeter fouls it off. The count goes full. Dean breaking ball. Jeter tries to hold, and they punch him out. So down goes Jeter. Dean strikes him out to open up the bottom of the third.
From the Detroit Tigers, the catcher.
A half-hearted complaint from Jeter there. He felt like he held. Umpire says no. Here's the Tigers' Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton batting in the 9-hole, 275. First pitch swinging, fly ball to left. That'll be playable, though. Put away by Beltran out there for the second out.
Now batting,
Tettleton's Tigers certainly improved from last year's debacle. As has frequently been said here on the channel, the Tigers the biggest disappointment in the league in year one. Still a game below 500 here this season, but last year they were one of the worst teams in the league. Pitching has been significantly improved this season. Tigers offense still not quite clicking though. But the American League is so top-heavy. The A's, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Twins. But then there's a logjam after that, the American League wild card situation. 8 teams within 5.5 games of each other for those 2 wild card spots. Yankees pacing that. We threw the Yankees in that top-heavy thing, although the Yankees underperforming. They're only playing .546 baseball right now. But still good enough to hold the primary wild card spot. 1 and 2 here as Dizzy Dean works to Eddie Collins. Collins 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Flies this one to center, hits it pretty well, but it'll stay in the yard. That ball is put away, and the side is retired. Mays tracks it down. We're a third of the way through. Boyer, Campanella, and Beltran due up for the National League. In the top of the 4th, we're scoreless. In comes the Red Sox, Pedro Martinez, 11 and 6, a 2.82 earned run average for Pedro in 20 starts so far. 144 strikeouts. I believe that has him second in the American League, behind Lefty Grove of the A's. Here's Ken Boyer. Boyer 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. First pitch swinging against Pedro. Fly ball to right. Cesar Cedeno underneath it. Puts it away for out number 1.
The catcher, number 39. Campanella.
So in steps Roy Campanella. Campanella 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second. Circle change there on the outside corner for strike 1. Pedro snaps off a curveball there. Gets Campanella swinging and missing. So it's a quick 0-2 hole for Campanella. Another curveball, and Campanella hits this one deep to left, looking up out there, and it is gone. Roy Campanella takes Pedro Martinez deep into the seats here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, and we've got our first run of the second FSBL All-Star Game. Roy Campanella gives the National League a 1-0 lead. Pedro went back to the curveball, and this one he didn't get down as low, and Campanella turns it. .407 feet into the seats and left. So here's Carlos Beltran. Beltran singled his first time up. Takes a fastball on the outside corner. Pedro looks in, goes away with another fastball. Beltran swings and misses. Pedro's ahead of him 0-2. Of course, he was ahead of Campanella as well. Pedro fires. Change up. Beltran slaps it to short. Jeter throws it out. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Bryce Harper.
So here's Bryce Harper. Harper grounded out his first time up. Martinez gets the sign from Tettleton. Curveball misses outside. Campanella, Tettleton, I should say, sets up high. Pedro misses high, and it's 2-0. Martinez looks in for the sign. Change up there, misses down and away. Hanley Ramirez waits on deck, so Ramirez will at least get a third at bat in this game. Slider there on the outside corner. It's 3-1. Pedro comes inside on him. Harper turns it, but it's foul. And that'll get the count full. Crowd on its feet, hoping Pedro can pick up the K. Now they grab a seat. Perhaps realizing it's just an All-Star game. High fastball. Harper pops it up. Towards the seats, it finds its way out of play, and Harper stays alive. There's the pitch, slider, and that caught too much plate. Pedro got away with one there. Harper turns that one, but well foul. He was out in front. There's the pitch, ground ball, through the shift into the outfield, base hit for Harper. Collins shaded well over. Jeter shaded too, and that one was placed perfectly between them. So here's Hanley Ramirez. Ramirez has reached both times. He's walked and singled. And Ramirez drove in one of the two National League runs in last year's All-Star game. So Hanley Ramirez has liked this All-Star stage through these first 2 years of the FSBL. Fastball from Pedro right down the heart. He's ahead of Ramirez 0-2. I don't think you'll see anything near the zone here. Goes outside. Ramirez loops it in the left. Henderson coming on, though. Makes the play, and the side is retired. But Roy Campanella breaks the scoreless tie with the solo home run off Pedro Martinez. We head to the bottom of the fourth here in Seattle. National League 1, American League nothing. Coming on for the National League from the Cincinnati Reds, Mario Soto. Soto 10-7, a 2.26 earned run average. Soto, if you remember, blanked the defending NL champion Giants on opening day, and he has kept that up. He has been outstanding for the Reds this season. Has not gotten a ton of run support through those 7 losses. But Soto has done his job. He faces Ricky Henderson here in the bottom of the fourth. He falls behind him 2-0. Fastball misses 3-0. Jimmy Fox waits on deck. There's a fastball in for a called strike. There's a pitch, good change up from Soto, gets Ricky out in front of it. So the count goes full to Henderson. Soto delivers, Henderson fouls it off. Here's the pitch. Henderson fouls this one off. This one he pulls. And that's a beautiful changeup from Soto. He locks Henderson up, and Henderson is fanned for the second time. That is a perfect pitch from Mario Soto. A 3-2 changeup at the knees on the inside corner. Ricky protests a bit. Would probably protest more if this game counted. One down. Here's Fox. Fox singled in the first. Nearly impaling Curt Schilling. Change-up misses down low. It's 2-0. There's the pitch. Fastball in for a called strike. Here's the 2-1 offer. High fastball. Fox fouls it off. Soto delivers. Swung on and missed. He goes to that changeup in the same spot he got Henderson. Fox swings at this one, but down goes Fox, and that's the second strikeout for Soto. Fantastic sequence. Worked there by Soto. Fastball. In there for a called strike. Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-1. Fastball there. It's 1-2. So Soto keeping the ball at the bottom of the zone here. He has looked very sharp here in this bottom of the fourth. Griffey, line shot up the middle, but they were shading him, and Ramirez makes the grab. The shortstop standing right behind second base. Griffey hits it on the screws, but he's turned aside. We head to the top of the fifth. National League still leads it 1-0. And here's Lefty Grove of the Oakland A's. 11-2, a 2.65 earned run average for Grove. Leads the American League in strikeouts, as we mentioned earlier. He will face Todd Helton. Helton 0 for 2.
Number 17.
Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Marty Patton and Ike DeLock, a couple of relievers, making the All-Star squad. They're throwing out in the bullpen. There's a shot by Helton. That's roped into right field for a base hit. Cedeno cuts it off. But Helton is on with a leadoff single for the National League. And that'll bring up Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 2. Curveball there. Mays hits it high down the right field line. It's slicing well into the seats. Mays-Mellott combination for the Giants. About as good as it gets. Fastball there from Grove. Mays swings and misses. Grove is ahead of him 0-2. High fastball. Mays won't chase. 1-2 the count. Again, I thank you guys all for checking in here for this All-Star game. Breaking ball inside, and that's about as bad as you're going to get Willie Mays to look. Curveball rides in on him, an awkward swing from Mays, and Grove sets him down. So one away, here's Hornsby. Hornsby 1 for 1. Also drew a walk. Curve from Grove in there for a called strike. Hornsby's Cardinals playing a bit of catch-up in that NL Central. The Pittsburgh Pirates currently lead that division. Hornsby singles into left, his second hit of the game. Hornsby's been on all 3 times. Pirates a bit of a surprise. Their pitching, which was so bad last season, has performed significantly better this year. Again, that NL Central is tightly packed. It's pretty much anybody's division except the Cubbies. Although the Cubbies have tried to thrust themselves back into the playoff picture, they'd have to leap a bunch of teams. But even the Cubs, as bad as they were, particularly to start the season, are only 9.5 out of a wild card spot. And they dropped 7 of 10, so they were actually closer than that. Cubs started off this season just abysmally. Curveball from Grove. Dawson swings and misses. The count's 2-1. First and second, 1 out. Top of the 5th here, the second annual FSBL All-Star Game. National League leads at 1-0. Fastball misses down low. It's 3-1. Ken Boyer waits on deck for the NL Stars. Here's the pitch from Grove. Fastball misses up high, ball 4. And lefty Grove has himself in a jam here. Bases are juiced. 1 down. Here's Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. Curveball misses way outside. It's 1-0. Grove looks in. Fastball. Boyer turns it, but foul. Here's the 1-1 offer. In the dirt. I'm not sure. Did it hit him? No, they say he actually swung at it. And the count goes to 1-2. That was an awkward play. I don't think anybody knew what was going on there. Ground ball down the third base line. Nice play by Machado behind the bag. His only chance is to first. He throws out Boyer. That's a beautiful play by Manny Machado, but the run does come home. Check this out again. That's a beautiful pick from Machado. But no chance at anybody at any base other than first. Gorgeous play by the Orioles' third baseman. But the NL scores another, and it's 2-0 as Campanella steps in. Takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike at the knees. Campanella homered back in the 4th. For what was, until that last play, the only run of the game. Second and third, fastball is in there. Grove is ahead of him 0-2, trying to keep this a 2-0 game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, fly ball to right. Collins goes out on it. He tracks it down. And the side is retired. We are midway through here in Seattle. The National League Stars lead it 2-0. Bagwell, Cedeno, and Machado coming up for the American League, and they will face the New York Mets' Jerry Koosman. Koosman 12-4, 2.15 in 19 starts. Koosman has been exceptional. He's been the best pitcher on that Mets staff this year. Seaver struggled in the early going. He has righted his ship. He's now got his ERA back down around 3. But Koosman has been the best guy on that Mets staff to this point. Tough order here as he'll start off against Bagwell. Bagwell is 0 for 1. Tap back to the mound his first time up. Fastball from Koosman gets past him there for strike 1. Fastball there. That looked like a good pitch. It's called low. Greg Harris of the Padres, Rob Mann of the Marlins throwing in the bullpen. Figure you'll start to see some relievers make their way into this game. Bagwell fouls it off, counts 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down low. Cesar Cedeno waits on deck. Expect to start seeing some pinch hitters and defensive replacements over the course of the next inning or so as well. Beautiful curveball from Kuzman. Sets Bagwell aside for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Up next in the American League, the right fielder, Cesar Cedeno.
Gets Bagwell way out in front. So here's Cedeno. Cedeno is 0 for 1. Curveball from Kuzman in for a called strike. Cedeno lined out to second his first time up. Fastball misses up and away. It's 1-1. And that one hits him. Kuzman plunks Cedeno. Obviously no intent in an All-Star game. But Cedeno is on. It's a one-out base runner, and here's Manny Machado. Machado 0 for 1. Cedeno can run, and there he goes. Campanella's throw not nearly in time. It's a stolen base for Cesar Cedeno. Has no compunction of trying to steal against the lefty. Does it on the first pitch. That pitch was a strike to Machado. It's 0-1. Curveball in for second strike. It's now 0-2. Again, the American League did not score in last year's first All-Star game, and they have yet to score in this one. Pitch from Kuzman, changeup gets Machado fishing. Second strikeout of the inning for Kuzman, and there are 2 down in the bottom of the fifth as the American League's leading hitter, Derek Jeter, steps in. Jeter's 0 for 1, takes a fastball inside. Pulls this one foul. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Curveball inside. Down the right field line. That's going to fall in. That's a base hit, and the American League's going to get on the board. Drops a base hit down the right field line, as he has done so often in this first half of the season, and the American League has cut the deficit to 2-1. High inside fastball. Jeter fights it off, inside outs it, down the right field line. If you're a Yankee fan, you only saw that about 3,000 times. Here's Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton is 0 for 1. Kuzman delivers. That one's on the outside corner. Tettleton, 20 home runs on the season for the Tigers. Flew out his first time up. Curveball. Misses down low. Throw over to first. Jeter dives back in. That curveball is in the zone. It's 1-2. Curveball, that one's pulled down to third, past the diving Boyer. Ramirez has it, has time, throws Tettleton out, and the side is retired. But the American League gets on the board on the Jeter single. Only the second hit of the game for the American League, but it plates them a run. We head to the top of the sixth, 2-1 National League. In for the American League, Red Sox rookie Carl Mays, 8-4, leads the league in earned run average at 2.05. He has been a revelation. Mays was figured to slot into that rotation and certainly be a contributor. But he's been the best of a stellar lot in Boston, with Pedro Martinez and Cy Young as well. Fastball there. Bit of a generous strike call there as he works to Beltran. It's 0-1. Fastball fouled off. Oh, 0-2 the count. Fastball fouled off. Here's the pitch down in the dirt. Beltran fishes. Nicely blocked by Tettleton. Throws down to first. Gets Beltran for out number 1 here in the 6th. Here's Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 2, singled in the 4th. Fastball misses up high. That one misses away. So Mays behind Harper 2-0 here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Fastball misses inside. It's 3-0. They're going to give Hanley Ramirez a 4th at bat. I admittedly don't know who the reserves are on either of these rosters, so I'm kind of finding that along with all of you. Fastball in there for a called strike. A 3-1 offering from Mays. Harper fouls it back. Full count here as Mays works to Bryce Harper. That one pulled foul outside first. Here's the pitch from Mays. Foul towards the seats and out of play. Count stays full. Harper fly ball to left. They were shading him, but this will hang up for plenty of time. Henderson's underneath it, puts it away for the 2nd out. So 2 down here for the NL. And Ramirez will get a 4th time up. 1 for 2 with a walk. One in there for a called strike. Mays looks in. Slow, deliberate sidearm delivery. That fastball is fouled off, so he's ahead of Ramirez 0-2. Down in the dirt. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. So another pitcher's duel in an All-Star game, as last year's affair was. Pitching has dominated. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-2. Ramirez hits this one out to center. Griffey drifts towards the gap. Carries a bit, but certainly no threat to leave the yard. Junior tracks it down, and the side is retired. So we'll see if there's any pinch hitters as any of that starts to change. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's the top of the order due up for the American League. Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers will come in to start this inning out for the NL. Woodruff 13-5, a 2.34 earned run average. In the American League, sticking with its starters for now. Here's Eddie Collins. Collins is 0 for 2. Fastball misses down low. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. 2-0 the count. Change up there. And that looked like a good pitch. They call it down low. Woodruff clearly does not agree with that. Collins will certainly take it, though. Curveball there, in for a called strike. Here's the pitch. Tapper out in front of the plate. Woodruff comes off the mound, has to hurry, and he gets him. Nice job by Brandon Woodruff. Eddie Collins gets down that line very well. So one away, here's Ricky Henderson, 0 for 2. Henderson's been fanned both times. That fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh my goodness. And Henderson over anxious now. That slider was several feet off the plate, and Henderson flails at it anyway. Ricky trying hard to do something here, and he swings and misses. So Henderson, a terrible performance in this All-Star game. Ricky has struck out all 3 times. Not something you're going to see frequently from Henderson. He can strike out a bit, but he certainly was not somebody who struck out frequently. Fastball, slider, fastball. Woodruff turns him aside. 2 down. Here's Jimmy Fox. First pitch, fastball is fouled off. Woodruff winds and delivers. Slider away. Fox lays off. One pitch from the burly Woodruff. Slider inside. Fox gets tied up, shaking his head in disgust. Count goes 1-2. Change up off the plate. Fox spits on that one and takes it. 2-2 the count. Slider off the plate, and a nice job by Woodruff. Down goes Fox. So a strong inning from Brandon Woodruff. We are through 6 here in the second FSBL All-Star Game. National League looking to go 2 for 2. They lead this one 2-1.
Your attention, please.
In comes Liam Hendricks of the Oakland A's. Hendricks 6-1, a 1.40 ERA in 40 appearances so far. He has been exceptional for Oakland.
Pinch hitting for the National League.
And in steps Willie Stargell. Stargell 293, 27 homers, 59 RBIs as the bench starts making its presence felt. Here in the 7th, Stargell batting for Helton. Fastball misses inside. Fastball off the plate, it's 2-0. Stargell turns that one, and it's foul. There's the pitch. Stargell ground ball in the hole. Jeter, couple steps to his right. Throws over to first and gets Stargell. There's one away.
The center fielder, number 24, Willie Mays. Ladies and
So,
gentlemen, your attention.
Willie Mays, and Mays is going to be pinch hit for by his teammate Mel Ott. 343, 23 homers, 64 runs batted in for Ott. So Mays' All-Star game is done. First pitch misses outside and high to Ott. It's 1-0. Breaking ball there. Fouled off. Just got a piece of it. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-1. High heat there, and Ott swings and misses. Two and two the count. Pitch from Hendricks. Ott yanks it down to first. Fielded by Fox. Takes it to the bag, and there's two away.
Now batting, number 0. Your attention, please.
So another pinch hitter from the Montreal Expos, Jose Vidro. Vidro batting .319, 10 homers, 36 runs batted in. Vidro will hit for Hornsby. Fastball. Misses up high. Hornsby reached base all 3 times. Pitch from Hendricks. Vidro fouls it off. Jam shot. One hopper to third. Picked cleanly, though. Thrown over to first. And down goes Vidro. The side is retired. It's 7th inning stretch time here in Seattle. We'll see if the American League goes to their bench. For the National League, Stargell will stay in and play first.
Number 8, now in center.
Mel Ott is going to play center. A little bit unusual for him.
Number 3.
Jose Vidro will stay in at second.
Now
And coming in to pitch for the National League, Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman, 24 saves and 26 opportunities. A 1.04 earned run average in 27 games. He has been outstanding for a very weak Padres team. So from the Tigers, Jim Northrup. Northrup having a great year. .295, 20 home runs. Give me 1 second here because we're going to change. Are you not letting me change it now? There we go. I want to see the National League because there's really no reason why Ott should be playing center when he's got Beltran out there with him. So Ott will play left. Beltran will move into center. Now we will set that back. So that makes a bit more sense. We may not do that for a pitch, so we'll see if anything is hit out into center. Northrup, deep to right, hooks it just foul outside the pole. So Jim Northrup trying to keep what's been an outstanding season for him going here. Just misses putting 1 yard and tying this game up. Change up there from Hoffman. Now he's ahead of him 0-2. Delivery from Hoffman. Fouled off. Northrup just gets a piece to stay alive. And there's the pitch. Northrup ground ball up the middle for a base hit. So Jim Northrup singles into center as he enters the game, and it's a leadoff base runner for the American League. They trail this game 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Now here's Mike Napoli, the Angels representative, .271, 13 homers, 50 runs batted in for the burly catcher. Pitch from Hoffman, changeup misses inside. Here's the pitch. Cutter swung on and missed. It's 1-1. That one chopped foul outside third. Happy fan in the front row gets a souvenir, and the count goes to 1-2. Pitch from Hoffman, slider. Napoli just gets a piece to stay alive. Here's the offer. Fly ball out to center. Here comes Beltran. He gets there, puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder. Your attention, please.
Here's Akinori Iwamura, the Rays representative. Iwamura batting .287, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. Paltry numbers, to say the least, for an all-star representative. I guess it only takes so many guys at so many positions. You know, Fred McGriff is having a better year. Evan Longoria is having a better year. Not a lot of great second basemen in the American League. So Iwamura probably, just compared with his peers, makes a bit more sense than McGriff or Longoria, even though they're having better years. 0-2 pitch, and down goes Iwamura. Hoffman sends him packing quickly. Pitch sequence, yep, this is pretty much how it works. Fastball, change up, see you later. So Hoffman turns Iwamura aside. Here's Manny Machado. Machado will get to stay in this game. Now, of course, if there's not another third baseman on the roster, then Iwamura being on the roster ahead of Longoria. Not that Longoria has been great, but he's certainly been better than Iwamura has. Fastball from Hoffman in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. A beautiful night. Few clouds in the sky, but it's gorgeous here in Seattle. We've got a good one here. Machado tries to hold up. Umpire says no. Count goes 1-2. Fastball there. Oh, that looked like a good pitch. Called high. It's 2-2 to Machado. Swung on and missed. Changeup gets him. Down goes Machado, and down goes the American League. So Hoffman rebounds after the leadoff single from Northrop. American League gets only its third hit of the game, but they still only have 1 run. They trail 2-1 as we head to the 8th.
Your attention, please.
Northrop will stay in the game in center field, replacing Ken Griffey Jr.
Number 7. Now in right field. Number 1.
Akinori Iwamura. All right, hold on one second. Now, why would Iwamura be out in right field? So, again, we may go in and override that. Here's Francisco Cordero, the Rangers representative, 4-0, 3.27 ERA. He has pitched in 58 games already. He's been a busy man. Javi Lopez of the Braves will come in to hit. 273, 19 homers, 49 runs batted in. So now let's go over to the American League. And let's see what their substitution situation is. So, why would Iwamura be in right field? You got to at least get Happy Felsch into this game, I would figure. And you just brought Northrop into the game. So we're going to let Amos Otis go into this game for Iwamura, actually, even though Amos may not get to hit. Because the idea of having Iwamura out there stay in the outfield when you have legitimate outfielders on the roster doesn't really seem to make much sense.
Your attention, please.
So Amos Otis will come in for the American League to play right field.
Number 26.
Fastball misses away. It's 1-0. Lopez trying to get the Braves offense on track. It's been a disappointing first season and a half for the Braves. Again, Braves did not get a great draw offensively, but they know the pitching is there. So they just need the offense to perform with some degree of consistency and respectability. Fastball, and down goes Lopez. So Cordero fans Javi Lopez for the first out here in the top of the eighth.
Up next for the National League, the third baseman, Ken Boyd.
So Ken Boyer is due up,
Your attention, please.
but Howard Johnson of the Mets will bat for him.
Number 20.
Johnson, 23 homers, 56 RBIs. Those numbers aren't surprising, but the .323 batting average from Hojo, certainly well more than what the Mets would have expected from him. Certainly better than he did last season. He was down in the 240s last year. Hojo has cooled off. He was, first month and a half or so, he was up around 350, 360. Grounds this one, quickly retired. Here with 2 outs now in the top of the eighth. So Hojo's appearances are quick ones. Machado turns him aside. And here's Roy Campanella. Campanella 1 for 3. That one was a big one, though, as he takes Pedro Martinez deep in the fourth. Broke a scoreless tie. Catcher getting full duty, it looks like here. Fastball in there for a called strike. That one misses up high. It's 1-1. Good slider from Cordero. One and two the count here in the top of the eighth. Campanella weakly taps it out to second. That's being charged. Flip to first. Campanella's turned aside, and the side is retired. So we head to the bottom of the eighth inning. American League trying to find a way to break through here. Howard Johnson will stay in the game and play third for the National League, who will send the Rockies reliever Steve Reed to the mound. Reed has earned closer duties in Colorado, and he's been excellent. 29 saves and 32 opportunities, a 2.43 earned run average. He will face Derek Jeter, who's driven in the lone run for the American League. 1 for 2, single and an RBI. For the American League batting leader. Also the overall batting leader. Fastball from Reed in there for a called strike. The Pirates, Felipe Vasquez, the Marlins, Rob Nen, both throwing out in the bullpen. That one misses down low. It's 1-1. Curveball. Misses in the dirt. There's a shot to short. Handled by Ramirez. Throw over to first. Turned aside for out number 1. So Jeter is set aside. Here's Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. That one is fouled off. You know what? We're going to make a change here. I think the game gets caught up in not wanting to use its last catcher. I seem to remember that happened in last year's game too. So we are going to intervene here a bit. And we are going to let Darryl Porter hit for Mickey Townsend. 228. Well, maybe that's why Porter wasn't hitting. 11 homers, 46 RBIs. I mean, the Royals stink. I'm not sure they couldn't have had a better representative than Darryl Porter, though. But, of course, Porter goes, and as I say, that drives this one into the gap, because, of course, he does. Off the base of the wall, Darryl Porter rounds first, pulls into second with a stand-up double. Great managing, horrible analysis by me. Porter drives this one to the wall. Porter, an all-star last year when he had an outstanding season, has not been able to duplicate that. But he drives this one to the fence. Here's Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Indians. Ramirez, 268, 19 homers, 66 runs batted in. Tying run is on second with one out here in the bottom of the eighth. Fastball misses away. It's 1-0. There's a fastball, swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Reed delivers. Ramirez ground ball to second, fielded cleanly. He's retired for out number 2. The runner moves up. Vidro throws Ramirez out for the second out. So Porter, the tying run, 90 feet away. Ricky Henderson will be out of this game. Here's the White Sox, Happy Felch. 288, 22 homers, 58 runs batted in. Felch comes in to hit for Ricky Henderson. Henderson 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Looked pretty bad doing so, to be honest. Don't imagine that Ricky will carry that with him when the regular season resumes, though. He and the A's are on cruise control already. 1-0 the count, though, to Felch here as Reed works to him. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Comes to the set. Takes a peek at Porter for no apparent reason and delivers. Ground ball chopped out to second. Vidro with the throw, a little offline actually, but Stargell makes the grab to retire the side. So the American League gets the tying run within 90 feet, but they're turned aside once again. Some defensive changes for the American League. Darryl Porter will stay in behind the plate. Jose Ramirez. All right, so now they've got Ramirez at second base now for Collins. Happy Felch is out in the outfield. Do they have another? Marty Patton comes in. Patton from the Royals, 0-1. I should say 3-4, I'm sorry. 3.27 earned run average in 53 appearances. So we're going to do a little more checking here. As Carlos Beltran is due to bat. We're going to see. Again, the game does some weird lineup management things, particularly in the All-Star game. There are guys who are getting left on the bench who probably shouldn't be. So let's check a few things out. They don't really have another second baseman. I mean, Jose Ramirez really shouldn't be rated at any other positions. Who made the last out? Ramirez, Felch. So you're probably not going to get to Jeter's spot again. All right, so I think we're going to put Joe Cronin into this game, and we're going to let Cronin play second just to get him in. We're playing out of position at second base. Yeah.
Leading off for the National
Why not?
League.
And now let's move over to the National League
The center fielder.
and see about their lineup. All right. So Beltran's leading off. So Campanella made the last out. Durham. Oh, there's still Jose Reyes, Ozzie Smith. Oh my God, why didn't they take Hanley Ramirez out of that game? That's silly. I would almost rather it had just made a mistake of not taking other shortstops than taking 2 other shortstops and not playing them. All right, well, I mean, All-Star Game roster management doesn't bother me like regular season would, but all right, so it seems like Beltran, well, there isn't really. Durham can play the outfield. And so can Willie Davis. You know what? We're going to let Willie Davis hit for Beltran here.
Your attention, please.
And we'll see if we need to do anything else going forward from there. So Willie Davis, 295, 11 homers, 43 RBIs, will face Marty Patton. First pitch swing, fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. I wish that it let you manually pick the All-Star rosters, because that would settle some of this kind of stuff too. But alas, it does not. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-0. Patton looks in and delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2-1 the count to Davis. Good fastball there on the inside corner. Evens things up at 2-2. That one is popped up. Machado gets over there, puts it away. For the out. Here's Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th. Now you've got other outfielders left on the roster. I can't do it on the first pitch. All right, if Harper takes this pitch, we'll get Harper out of there too. Fastball misses up high. Substitution. There is no other outfielder, actually. Oh, no, Leon Durham can play outfield. Durham can play outfield. So we're going to let Durham hit for Bryce Harper here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Sorry for this getting a little bit disjointed here late, but trying to fix things that I see are errors. Durham, 271. Representing the Chicago Cubs. Goes fishing for the slider. It's 1-1. Bull and the Cubbies trying to get themselves back into the playoff picture. Curveball from Patton misses down and in. It's 2-1. Here's the pitch. Looped out in the left, but caught. That one hung up there a little bit. Phelps tracks it down, and there's 2 away. So now here's Jose Reyes. Reyes will get in to bat for Hanley Ramirez. Reyes batting .316. Fastball misses away. I wonder if the walk through Hanley Ramirez hard to walk threw off the algorithm because I wanted to give him 3 at-bats, and because he walked, it registered as he only had 2 at-bats. Reyes drives this one in the gap out in left center. That's going to be extra bases. Northrup can't cut it off. It goes to the wall. Reyes around second. He's going for third. Looking for a triple. The relay not going to go there. It's going to go straight home. Reyes with a 2-out triple here in the top of the 9th as the National League tries to get an insurance run. The National League stolen base leader certainly can motor And there was no hesitation from Jose Reyes there.
Your attention, please.
And now, from the Dodgers, here's Dan Brothers. Brothers 286, 22 homers, 62 RBIs. We'll try to get Reyes home. Shot, and that one's towards the gap, and that'll do it. Brothers puts this one to the wall. He's around first. He will pull into second easily. So the Reyes triple and the Brothers double give the National League an insurance run. It is 3-1 NL. Slider right down the heart. And Brothers drives it into the gap. Slides for no reason with no ball coming in. And look at this. The American League is going to manage this to win. They're going to intentionally walk Mel Ott. Intentional walk in an All-Star game. I think there'd be boos raining down. So instead, here's Jose Vidro. Two outs, first and second. Fastball misses up high. There's a shot the other way. That's a fair ball into the corner. One run will score. It's mishandled by Felsch along the wall. Second run being waved around. Here comes the relay from Jeter. It's not in time. It's a two-run double for Jose Vidro. And the National League has blown this one open here in the top of the ninth. Their third run of the inning. It is now 5-1 National League. Jose Vidro puts one down into the corner and left. And Marty Patton's day is done. Here's Jason Frazier. Blue Jays reliever, 3-3, 2.58 earned run average on the season. In 50 appearances. And in comes Dutch Dalton. Phillies catcher, 246, 14 homers on the year. He will face Frazier with two outs here in the top of the ninth. So the National League has some breathing room now. Fastball there, misses down low. That one misses up high. It's 2-0. Frazier trying to keep this from getting any worse. Fly ball down the line. Long run for Felsch. He gets there, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the American League has some heavy lifting to do, and they'll ask the strongman Jimmy Fox to start it off. Unless they pinch hit for him. We'll see what happens. Bottom of the ninth, 5-1. National League. Willie Davis will stay in center. Leon Durham will stay in right. Jose Reyes stays in at short. And Dan Brothers will stay in at first. So here's Rob Nen. Nen 2-1, 11 holds, a 0.38 earned run average. Fox's day is done. Here's Mark Teixeira, 307, 17 homers, 48 runs batted in. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Then gets the sign and delivers. Fastball. Misses up high. It's 2-0. There's a shot back into center. It's a base hit. So a leadoff single from Mark Teixeira to open up the bottom of the ninth. The American League looks for a comeback. Good piece of hitting there from Teixeira. So now, here's the Angels' Brian Downing. 317, 18 homers, 51 runs batted in. That's a shot, hard shot to second. This is a double play ball. 4-6-3. An absolute bullet off the bat of Downing, but right at Jose Vidro. Vidro to Reyes to Brothers, and the National League is 1 out away from claiming its second All-Star title. Here's Mike Napoli. Napoli 0 for 1. He flew out in the 7th. Slider in there for a called strike. Then comes to the set and delivers. Slider misses away. It's 1-1. Felix Rodriguez, Greg Harris back up throwing as well. So it looks like Felipe Vasquez of the Pirates will not get to appear in this game. Named an All-Star for a second straight season. Splitter there is fouled off. Napoli down to the final strike for the American League. Here's the pitch. Napoli fouls it off to stay alive. One-two offering coming from Rob Nett. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the ball game. And the National League takes its second consecutive All-Star title. A 5-1 victory. Started off with Roy Campanella's home run off Pedro Martinez. With the National League up 2-0, Derek Jeter got the American League's first run in 2 All-Star games on the board with the RBI single. But the National League blew it open in the 9th. Dan Brothers an RBI double. Jose Vidro a 2-run double. To turn it into a 5-1 affair. And that's how it ended. The final line score. National League 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The American League 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Roy Campanella gets Player of the Game honors for his home run. Technically speaking, Dizzy Dean and Pedro Martinez get the decisions, the win and the loss, though that does not look at all like Pedro Martinez. I'm not even sure who that is, to be fair with you. Do a quick little box score check here. It's a busy one. Despite not much action, the joy of all the pinch hitters. Vidro drove in a pair. Boyer drove in the other National League run than what I mentioned there in the recap. Jose Reyes had the triple. Curt Schilling, 2 scoreless innings, got the start. Kuzman gave up the only National League run of the ball game. There for the American League. The American League drew no walks. Struck out 12 times. Cedeno was hit by a pitch. Johan Santana, 2 scoreless innings, getting the start. Martinez and Grove each gave up a run. Then Marty Patton was blitzed, befitting the Royals' struggles this season. So that will do things for this broadcast. I greatly appreciate you guys joining me here for this one. We'll be back at it with the regular season games of the week. Again, all the teams have been broadcast at least once, as is customary in the first half of the FSBL. So now, from here on in, it'll just be whatever the best game is of each Sunday on the schedule until playoff time. And then I will be broadcasting the entire FSBL postseason on the channel as I did last year. Once again, if you have not subscribed yet, kindly do so. I would greatly appreciate that, and kindly think of banging the like button before you check out of here as well. Other stuff going on the channel, the upcoming Franchise Stars Football League project I'm doing in this same kind of setup as the FSBL. I'll be doing that for Madden 24. Check out some recent videos on that project if you are a football fan. And I'm also going to be getting back to hockey and then basketball as well here on the channel. Hockey probably up next. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks I'll get that up. I got to see what the football timeline is going to be and then run that accordingly. Again, baseball will be my year-round thing here on the channel. The other three major sports will cycle through accordingly. So that does it for here. Thank you as always again, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The National League wins the All-Star Game 5-1.